Jamie's not going to be able to join us this evening, so we'll go ahead and get started. Today is April 12th, 2021, the time being 6 p.m. This is a special meeting of the Greensburg Board of Works being held via Zoom. Kristen has started the recording for the meeting. And with that, Brenda, please call the roll.
Rodney King.
Present.
Glenn Tabby.
Here.
Jamie Kane. And Karen Russ. Here.
Okay. We have just a few things on our agenda for this evening. We'll start with change order number 6, which is for our City Hall project. Ron, do you have this up and want to kind of walk us through this, or do you want me to do it?
I do not have it up on the screen.
I can do it, that's fine. So number 6 is a $700 credit for us. It is a credit to us as an entity for $700. This was for a job site sign that would have been placed in front of City Hall. It was never really produced. They kind of had forgotten about it until we were way deep into the contract, probably a month and a half into it. So maybe late February, middle of March, they still hadn't made it. They hadn't designed it. So I said, well, how much are you going to charge us for it? They said $700. I said, we'll take our $700. So it's a $700 credit back to us for change order number 6. Any questions on that? This is not the plaque that goes inside the building that sort of says who all was on the committee. It was simply one that would go in the front yard to say there's a construction project.
Right. I would move acceptance.
Second.
And I will second.
Motion's been made by Glenn, seconded by Dee. For the virtual, we'll need a roll call vote, please, Brenda.
Rodney King.
Yes.
Glenn Tabby.
Yes.
Karen Russ. Yes.
Okay, the next item we'll cover is change order number 7. This is also for our building project. This one is fairly extensive in the sense that it does several things. There was a pretty substantial redesign, reconfiguration of our HVAC system regarding sort of the front quarter of the building, all of the lobby and most of that area. It did include moving some of the units, more duct work, piping, etc. that was not part of the original bid. We then discussed with the contractor about how to make this part of the project more attainable. So what we opted to do, or what is presented in front of you, is to remove the accordion style wall that were to go in the multi-purpose room. That was a kind of a point of concern or contention when the project was let. It was something that was put in the original design and something that we determined could potentially save us some money on the redesign component, and maybe something that wasn't quite as needed or as useful as we had originally intended. So what we've done is swapped out the wall and all of its fixtures and construction for a reconstruction of the HVAC system, so that we are kind of net $0 on that. With the contractors, with the subcontractors, and met our needs as an entity. Part of this change order also, and then I'll let Ron fill in any gaps I've missed here too, is a contract extension from our original substantial completion date of July 5th to July 31st. We are not paying for all of those days. We are paying for the delay days that was caused by the redesign. So that's where the $10,976.97 for this change order comes from. I believe this to be fair and equitable. We went around and around on this quite a bit, and I believe that all parties have sort of come to the table to reach where TLZ contributed some money. I think we've worked out with them on this. They're not contributing money for this, but they are also working with us on some design changes that we would typically be billed for. So we're kind of doing an exchange for that. It's not written down, but there is that amount of money at the request. Ron, did I miss anything before questions?
The only thing I might add is the delay days. I don't remember the exact number. It was around $8,000.
Yeah, it was 10 days.
The 10 days were around $8,000. So we were seeing a request for an increase of $10,900, and many of those are associated with the days. The other thing is there are numerous items on this proposed change orders. Almost all of them. There was the removal of the bulkhead in the lobby that would likely have interfered with the door into the new conference room. All of the others are pretty much the direct result of revisions to the HVAC system, and also there's a number of ceiling height adjustments, and that was all about fitting all of that equipment in the ceiling. So a few little lighting issues to get some proper zoning included in the lighting, but very much about removing the wall in the multi-purpose room and the HVAC modifications.
Question, this change order that we got, you handed it out the other night, but as I recall, number 7 was in what do you call it, not virtual, but concrete. Anyway, there's a whole scat of documents with that. This 10,900 includes all those documentations behind it, correct?
That is correct.
All right, that's what I thought, but I wanted to make sure.
It's the net of all of the credits and all.
Yeah, because there's some credits and some. All right, very good. Thank you.
Josh, what was the exact amount of that?
$10,976.97.
Thank you.
Any other questions on change order number 7?
I'll make a motion to approve.
And Dr. King, you might want to, in your motion, authorize the mayor to sign on the board's behalf.
So be it. And I will second that.
Motion's been made by Rodney, seconded by Glenn for that amount and for me to sign. Brenda, would you please call a roll call vote?
So the mayor be signing all of these. So your approval. Can I get a motion for the mayor to sign all of them, and then I'll add that too.
Yeah, I'll make the motion for the mayor. Let's do the first one first,
Yeah,
and then we can do the second one second. Thank you, Glenn.
The motion has been made by Rodney, seconded by Glenn for me to do complete and sign number 7. Brenda, please call roll on that.
Rodney King,
Yes.
Glenn Tebby,
Yes.
Karen Russ. Yes.
Now I entertain a motion for me to be able to sign number 6, which has already been approved on behalf of the board.
So moved. May I make
Second.
a friendly amendment to say that we would authorize the mayor to sign all approved change orders tonight?
Thank you.
Motion has been made by Glenn.
Is that acceptable, Dr. King?
Yes, sir, it is. Thank you.
Okay.
I'll second.
Brenda, could you please? Brenda?
Yes.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yep, can you please call roll call vote?
Rodney King,
Yes.
Glenn Tebby,
Yes.
and Karen Russ. Yes.
Okay, next we have a change order from Rainbow Environmental. These these are the folks that did our interior asbestos remediation. I received this last week. In all honesty, I kind of didn't know this was coming, but I have gone through it and checked that they did complete all of the items requested as part of change order number 1. Their total for this is $3,882, and it does make sense upon review because they were doing things in the building after the test came in, so they continued to do the work while they were there. I think that was admirable of them, and I believe this to be fair and accurate of the work that they conducted.
Yeah, okay, I'll approve this invoice for Rainbow Environmental Services for 3,000,
882.
whatever I can't see the number right now in front of me.
3,882.
Thank you for that amount.
Second.
By Glenn, seconded by Rodney. All those Brenda, please call the roll.
Rodney King,
Yes.
Lynn Tebby,
Yes.
Karen Rush.
Yes.
Okay, the next 2 items are things that were not included in our total package because we wanted to be sure we had more control over what items were selected and purchased and in what design, so they were not part of the original contract. There was no signage outside of some ADA accessible signage inside for like restroom doors and things like that that were included. So we're responsible for all signage for the building, both interior and exterior. That was always intentional. What we've done is reached out to Green Sign Company and the Sign Exchange. Green Signs has been working with us to provide some drawings and different components for what we would like to do. The first one I would like to bring up is for the assembly room sign. This would go behind the desk where the wood seal was before. It is for a total of $2,565. I guess partially part of the reason you have 2 tonight is they have to do some work behind the walls in order to install these signs, so we're trying to be ahead of the contractor so that they can work with the contractor in a timely manner that allows them to conduct this, so we're not going backwards at any time. Questions on that invoice?
What's the distinguishing, again, just to distinguish this one from the other one for Green?
This one is, so we have a couple different things. We have the assembly room or the council board works chamber, and then we have, which is now, it's the assembly room and all the plans. So that's what we have been calling it. The other one is for the front lobby, sort of by the waiting area where the gigantic styrofoam that was very thick. That's the second one. There will be a third one for the exterior of the building where that gigantic styrofoam one was.
Yeah.
It has all the new branding, lighting in it as well, and then we have some wayfinding signs that will come through eventually as well.
So the second one's for the other interior. Okay.
Yes. This one for $2,565 is for inside the Board of Works and council chambers, and then the other one is for the lobby sign.
Okay, gotcha. I would move approval of the invoice for Green Signs, invoice number 19492 for $2,565.
Second.
Motion's been made by Glenn, seconded by Dee. Please call roll.
Rodney King,
Yes.
Lynn Tebby,
Yes.
Karen Rush.
Yes.
Okay, the last one is invoice 19491 for $5,970. This is for the interior sign, including hardware installation and additional electrical work that they're going to do in advance of the electrician and the contractor as far as drywall goes.
Yeah.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Thank you.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Motion's been made by Rodney, seconded by Glenn. Brenda, please call roll.
Rodney King,
Yes.
Glenn Tevy,
Yes.
Karen Rush.
Yes.
Okay, thank you all very much. That is all of our agenda items tonight. We still do have a meeting scheduled for next Monday at 6 p.m. Our intention, I believe, is to be back in person. There was just too much of a scheduling conflict this week. And we should have at least 2, I think, change orders that are for our building project. And then that's going to push us closer to the end, obviously. But we've met with the building architect and contractor on Friday and had a pretty long discussion about other things we see coming down the pike. I'm hopeful that we are approaching the end of that, but we will have a couple more that are more time sensitive, and it is our intention to have those to you on Friday. They are supposed to, the architect is supposed to get them back on Thursday. They're going to review them and hopefully have them to us on Friday. Once I get them uploaded to your Dropbox, I will be sure to notify you so that you'll have time to review them over the weekend. And I continue to stress importance of timely delivery of those, but we are also working on timely delivery of the building. So I appreciate your understanding through all of this.
Sure.
Ron, anything else on that?
I'm not aware of anything else.
Okay. Any other questions before adjournment? If not, we'll take a motion to adjourn.
Amen to that.
Motion's been made by Glenn. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Thank you, everyone. Have a great evening.
You too.
Bye.